Hello everybody.
Aye, it's time for a bedtime story.
Hello everyone. Tonight's bedtime story is called It All Began When I Said Yes. And the story was written by Simon Phillip, and there's some fine pictures in this story, and the person who drew the pictures is called Annabel Tempest. And I think this big gorilla here, I think he might be called Gideon. Shall we have a little look inside the storybook? Let's see what it's about. It all began when I said yes. It all began when I said yes. Mummy and Daddy were always suggesting things that I really didn't want to do. So of course I said no. Can you sit up straight to eat your food? No. Would you like more broccoli? No way! Oh, more broccoli? Will you brush your hair now? Not a chance. No. She really does have some interesting curly hair there, doesn't she? She's got a pencil in it, and a paper aeroplane, and a snail, and a pink fork. Oh, and a lollipop that's been bitten into. She's even got some wool in her hair, imagine that. Let's turn the page and see what happens next. Well, they got fed up with me saying no. Why can't you just say yes for once, they said. Well, I promised I would try. So it was a little bit unlucky that it was me who opened the door to... Shall we turn the page? I think it might be quite exciting. I can see a big shadow there in the picture. Let's see. Oh, an excited looking gorilla called Gideon. He started asking questions straight away. Do you have a scooter by any chance? I said that I did. May I have a ride? Well, he looked a bit heavy, but I didn't want to be rude. And Mum and Dad had asked me to say yes more often. I was right. Gideon was heavy. Luckily, he kept wanting to stop. He seemed to have a lot to get done, even for a gorilla. First of all, we stopped so Gideon could buy a very fetching hat. So they went into Hats Are Us, and Hats Are Us was open, which was quite handy for Gideon, who seemed to think he needed to buy a hat. Turn the page and see what happens next. Then Gideon saw a very bright shirt in a shop window, and he decided that he absolutely had to have it. That shirt was for him. So he had to stop there as well. Well, it was a wee bit of a tight fit, and I'm not sure if it was his colour, but he asked if it looked so nice. So I said yes. Yes, that bright orange shirt that's too small for you looks lovely. After stopping by to buy a bucket load of bananas, a tower of paper plates, an absolute monument of wibbly wobbly jelly, and more hats in the shape of cones. Oh, there's a clue there, isn't there? What's he arranging? He's got bananas, paper plates, wibbly wobbly jelly, and cone-shaped paper hats. Let's see. Let's turn over the page. Gideon finally came out of a shop with so many balloons. I was actually scared that he might float away. And then he stopped. Oh, he seemed to be worrying about something. I think I would be worried carrying all those balloons. I'd be worried it might float away. Do you think we need more balloons? He asked. Well, I didn't know why he needed balloons in the first place, but I did say yes. Gideon had a very strange shopping list, but when he came back with more balloons and a great big colourful sign, it's got letters on it, and it says Happy Birthday. Everything made sense. Did you know that it was my birthday, he asked. Well, I said yes, of course I did. And yes, I had made him a cake. Oh, I really, really hope that he'd forget about it on the journey home. I'm wondering where Gideon's going. With all those wonderful balloons, the bananas, the stack of paper plates, the cone-shaped hats, and not to forget the happy birthday sign. But once we were home, the questions kept on coming. Can we have a party? Can we make it fancy dress? Is there going to be a bouncy castle? Oh, I didn't see why not, because Gideon was already dressed in a fancy outfit. And the bouncy castle was still in the back garden from Grandma's birthday party. Yes, 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 I said. Oh, I'm wondering if she's saying the right thing, really. I'll turn over the page and see what happens. Well, when the guests arrived, I started to panic. Is this the right house? One of them said. Is Gideon here? Well, what could I say to the lion and the elephant and the giraffe with the extra long neck and the pig and the crocodile in a gorgeous party skirt who's carrying a round present, and the donkey with the very, very long ears? What could I say to them when they asked, is Gideon here? It was all going fine until the elephants asked to play musical chairs. Oh, elephants play musical chairs! Oh dear. The giraffe wanted to play pin the tail on the donkey. Gideon noticed there was no cake. Gideon doesn't look very happy. And the lion asked to eat the entertainment. The clown and the rabbit are suddenly getting a little bit worried. I'd never wanted to say no so much in my life. Mummy and Daddy were going to be so cross with me. But when they finally noticed, when Mummy and Daddy finally noticed all the commotion and all the noise, and they finally came downstairs, they knew exactly what questions to ask me. Let's see. Oh, I think I'd be a wee bit worried. Do you need some help? Shall we get rid of everyone? Would you like a hug? Oh, good old Mummy and Daddy. Hugs are just the best things, aren't they? Yes, 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 I said. After Mummy had made a very tasty cake, and everyone was then happy to go home. Especially the clown, because he didn't want to be eaten by the lion. Daddy told me that I didn't have to say yes to everything. He even asked whether I might say no every once in a while. What's nice is that everybody has a smiling face on them, including Gideon. Let's turn the page over. Well, maybe, I said, maybe I'll say no once in a while, because we don't always have to say yes. Now, our bedtime story is finished, so I'm going to close the book. Close the book. And boys and girls, it's time for bed. Good night. And thank you for wonderful listening.